So today we're reacting to some of the most mind-blowing and unexplained Mount Everest mysteries you've never heard of. Or maybe you have. I've heard about the dangerous climbs and the breathtaking views and all of that type of stuff like that, but we got to dig a little deeper. There's something going on here. Let's check it out.
The missing camera and bodies. In June 1924, George Mallory and Irvine set out to conquer Mount Everest, driven by the ambition to be the first humans to stand atop the world's highest peak. They never returned. The last sighting placed them 800 feet from the summit, but whether they reached it remains one of mountaineering's greatest mysteries. When Mallory's body was finally discovered in 1999, it opened more questions than answers. Did Mallory and Irvine achieve their dream, or did Everest take them before they could? Mallory's body lay face down on the mountain's north face. His fingers clawed into the snow, a rope tied around his waist, suggesting a fatal fall. Irvine's remains, however, have never been found. Crucially, the camera they carried, a vest pocket Kodak, or VPK, was missing. This small piece of equipment could hold the truth, a photograph capturing the pair on the summit, forever etching their names in history. Experts from Kodak speculated that if the camera were found, its film might still be salvageable, even after decades frozen in ice. But despite numerous expeditions, the camera has never resurfaced. There have been hints that the Chinese might know more about the missing camera and Irvine's fate than they're willing to admit. In 1975, a Chinese expedition claimed to have found a foreign climber's body at approximately 8,200 meters, the exact elevation where Irvine might be. One member of that team, a climber named Wang Hongbao, even mentioned this discovery to a Japanese colleague. Tragically, Wang died in an avalanche the next day, and his account never made it to the broader world. Decades later, author Mike Sinnott, who participated in a 2019 expedition to find Irvine, heard rumors that the Chinese had indeed discovered Irvine's body and the missing VPK camera, only to suppress the findings to preserve their narrative of being the first to summit Everest's north face in 1960. Could the Chinese government be hiding the greatest clue to Everest's most enduring mystery? A former British diplomat has claimed that in 1984, a Chinese climber named Pan Duo admitted to having seen the body of Irvine during a 1975 expedition, and even suggested the body and camera had been recovered, though Chinese technicians supposedly botched the development of the film. When pressed, Chinese mountaineering authorities have either denied finding anything or remained frustratingly silent. In 2019, the mystery only got stranger. Using high-altitude drones, Sinnott's team scoured the terrain where Mallory's body had been discovered. They found nothing. Mallory's body, previously marked by GPS coordinates, was gone, vanished, just like the VPK. This has led to even more speculation that the Chinese authorities removed Mallory's remains, perhaps to prevent further investigation.
Imagine how it's going to be now, like, that we have, like, certain robots that can go out there and search and not have all of the issues that we would have going out there trying to search, dealing with the cold and the elements and everything like that. Imagine sending, I know everybody's seen these new robots that Elon has just shown, Optimus. Imagine sending Optimus out there along with a drone and coordinating those two to go do recovery or research or find or searches and stuff like that. I was just sitting there thinking about that when they were showing the aerial view down there. I was like, you know what? We could send Optimus down there along with a drone. That'll be crazy.
The Pangota Hand. Hidden within the heights of the Himalayas, a relic existed that some thought could unlock one of the greatest cryptozoological mysteries of all time. For decades, a mummified hand that some believed belonged to the elusive Yeti was entombed in a small, weathered monastery perched on the slopes of Mount Everest. This relic, known as the Pangota Hand, attracted adventurers, scientists, thieves, and even a famous actor, weaving its strange tale into the lore of one of the world's most mysterious creatures. The Pangota Monastery, set in a remote village near the Everest base camp, was considered a sacred place, established by Lama Sangwa Dorji in the 17th century. According to the monks, the Yeti was drawn to the Lama's spiritual energy and began offering him food and firewood as he meditated in a secluded cave. When the creature died one day, the Lama took its hand and scalp back to the monastery as sacred relics. These relics, guarded by the monks, were used during fertility rituals in the local village and quickly became a source of fascination for outsiders in search of proof of the Yeti's existence. The first Westerner to become entwined with the Hand's history was Peter Byrne, a seasoned adventurer on the trail of the mythical beast. Funded by Texas oil tycoon Tom Slick, Byrne arrived at Pangota in 1958, hoping to catch a glimpse of the Yeti, or at the very least, some tangible evidence. What he found was stunning. A large mummified hand with leathery skin still clinging to bones. Despite the monk's insistence that removing the hand would bring disaster to the monastery, Byrne was not deterred. Slick and leading British primatologist William Osman Hill encouraged Byrne to procure a finger for scientific study, one way or another. And so Byrne allegedly struck a deal. He offered a sizable donation to the monastery and promised to replace the missing finger with another. Returning to London, he secured a human finger from Hill, then smuggled it back into Nepal and attached it to the Yeti hand with wire. It wasn't long before Byrne was en route to India with the supposed Yeti finger, though with no plan to smuggle it out of the country. There, he had a chance encounter with legendary Hollywood actor Jimmy Stewart and his wife Gloria at a bar. After some convincing, the couple concealed the finger in Gloria's lingerie case, smuggling it into the United Kingdom without attracting the attention of customs officials. The finger, examined by Hill, was declared to be human, but doubts lingered. Decades later, in 1991, the entire Pangota Hand vanished from the monastery, possibly stolen by antiquity thieves, following an episode of unsolved mysteries that reignited interest in the relic. In 2011, DNA tests on fragments of the original finger, found in a London museum, offered a final, if unsatisfying, revelation. The bones belonged to a human. The lost Soviet expedition. In the chill autumn of 1952, rumors began to spread through mountaineering circles. The Soviet Union had set its sights on Mount Everest. While the British and Swiss were locked in their own race to claim the world's highest peak, a new contender was allegedly emerging from the shadows of the Cold War. A team of 35 climbers, led by Dr. Pavel Dachnolian, was said to be assembling for a daring assault on Everest's icy crown. They had one extraordinary goal: to plant statues of Lenin and Stalin on the summit. Soviet newspapers had long dismissed mountaineering as a bourgeois pursuit, but times were changing. As the Iron Curtain fell across Europe, the Soviets looked to the mountains as a new frontier of political glory. Reports indicated that after a training expedition on Mount Lenin, the highest peak in the USSR, the team had been dispatched to the Himalayas, laden with innovative equipment. They were outfitted with self-heating clothes, special leather boots that promised to eliminate any danger of skidding, and an oxygen apparatus described as lighter than anything used before, all products of Soviet ingenuity meant to outshine Western technology. By mid-October 1952, the expedition had reached the Tibetan side of Everest. From their base camp, they dismissed their Tibetan porters, insisting on pushing forward alone. According to scattered radio transmissions, the team had reached Camp 8 at 27,000 feet and was preparing for the final ascent. 2 days passed. Then, silence. As the year drew to a close, an 18-day search effort combed the mountainside, but no trace of the climbers was found. It seemed the mountain had swallowed them whole.
And the way I was looking at it, bro, I'm looking at how they're traveling up it. And you see him kind of stomp on it to see if it's solid, the ground is hard, where he's stepping at. Like, at any moment, something under them can give way and you fall into a hole you didn't even know it was there. It was covered up by snow. Like, that's just way too many, too dangerous, with too many variables. and different things that you cannot predict, bro. You can. Not to mention other things, avalanches and stuff like that. I was just looking at that. And I'm sitting there saying, I'm like, yo, what if he step and the whole thing give way and he thinking he's on something solid and it's not? Nope, no thank you.
When the Soviets returned in spring, their investigation yielded nothing. Back in Moscow, authorities were tight-lipped, and stories of the tragedy faded into the fog of state secrecy. Years later, Yevgeny Grippenreiter, a respected Soviet mountaineer, set out to uncover the truth. He scoured archives, mountaineering journals, and interviewed anyone who might know the story behind the 1952 attempt. His search yielded nothing. No records, no photographs, not even the names of the climbers supposedly involved. It was as if the expedition had never existed. But in mountaineering lore, mysteries have a way of lingering. A passing comment from Tenzing Norgay, one of Everest's first conquerors, suggested that his uncle had seen Russians near the mountain in 1952. Still, no concrete proof has emerged, leaving the story unconfirmed. It would take another 30 years before Eduard Myslavsky and Vladimir Baliberdin finally placed the Soviet Union at the top of the world, becoming the first Russians to summit Everest in 1982. By then, the mystery of the 1952 mission had faded into legend, a compelling, unanswered question that continues to haunt mountaineering history. The Kite Balloons. In June 1933, Frank Smythe stood alone on Mount Everest's North Ridge, just shy of the summit, when something peculiar caught his eye. At 28,200 feet, every breath felt like an achievement. The English mountaineer, renowned for his daring exploits and fiery temperament, had chosen this grueling path toward the peak. But as he paused, squinting against the thin air, he saw something no climber before or since could adequately explain. Two strange dark objects hovering in the sky, pulsating as if they were alive. Smythe, known for his
Now, I am a realist, because they say when you get up at those altitudes, those high up altitudes, you can start to like hallucinate and seeing things in your mind playing tricks on you. So keep that in mind at the same time. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a realist, bro. I'm not going to just sit here and automatically say, yes, that's what it is. No, I'm reasonable and I think about different things. And high altitudes I've heard them say, makes you hallucinate. So
detailed observations and direct writing style described the objects as resembling kite balloons, with one possessing a beak-like protrusion and the other squat wings. Despite the intense fatigue and oxygen deprivation, he conducted an experiment. He looked away, reciting the names of nearby peaks, Cho Oyu, Gyeochongkang, then back again. The objects hadn't moved, hanging in the sky, unaffected by the wind. He later noted that the pulsations were much slower than his own heartbeat, and their distinct, lifelike motion defied simple explanation. But what were they? An optical illusion born of the mountain's notorious hypoxia? Or something stranger, an alien mystery tethered to Everest's icy heights? Frank Smythe was no novice climber prone to flights of fancy. Born in 1900, he'd already secured a reputation as one of Britain's finest mountaineers, with multiple daring ascents in the Alps and Himalayas. He was also an accomplished author and botanist, his adventures brought to life in nearly 30 books. Smythe described the encounter in his book Camp 6, dismissing the notion that it was merely a hallucination caused by altitude sickness. Others, however, were less convinced. Mike Ward, the doctor on 1953 Everest expedition, attributed Smythe's vision to hypoxia. Yet Smythe had insisted until his final days that the objects, or perhaps creatures, were real. As he descended from Everest that fateful day, the strange objects vanished behind a sudden mist, disappearing as mysteriously as they had emerged. The footprint. It was the autumn of 1951, when a group of seasoned mountaineers, led by the legendary Eric Shipton, made their way through the barren snowscapes of the Everest region. It was a time before Everest had become the crowded destination of climbers and adventurers of today, when only the bold dared to tread its unforgiving slopes. This particular reconnaissance expedition, intended to survey potential routes for an eventual summit attempt, would soon be remembered for something altogether more mysterious. As the team descended through the Menlung Basin, Shipton and his companion, Dr. Michael Ward, stumbled upon a peculiar sight. Footprints in the snow. Not the typical tracks of an animal or man, but something altogether more strange. These prints, at an altitude of 15,000 feet, were unnerving. One footprint, captured in the now famous photograph beside Ward's boot, was nearly twice as wide as a human foot, with oddly misshapen toes, the big toe larger and lower than expected. The mountaineers, both experienced and sensible men, were baffled. Who or what could have left such a print in a place so desolate? Shipton quickly snapped several photos, using his ice axe and Ward's boot for scale. As they followed the tracks down the glacier for about a mile, the print seemed to cross narrow crevasses, leaving behind claw-like impressions in the snow. The expedition camped for the night, still pondering the odd discovery. In the following days, more members of the team, including W.H. Murray and Tom Bourdion, examined the prints. By then, the sun and wind had distorted them, but their unusual size and shape remained clear. Back in Britain, when Shipton's photographs were published, excitement spread. Cryptozoologists, monster hunters, and mountaineers were quick to claim that these prints were proof of the elusive Yeti, a creature long rumored to haunt the snowy peaks of the Himalayas, according to Sherpa legends. Michael Ward, a medical...
Whatever it was, it kind of walks in like a straight line, kind of like a human. The way its foot wasn't off to the side like an animal or something up there, having their feet set. No, it was like us, walking close together. And they said it wasn't human, so what else could it be?
Doctor by training, approached the mystery with skepticism. In a 1999 article for the Alpine Journal, Ward offered a more grounded theory. Perhaps, he suggested, the tracks had been left by a local inhabitant of the remote Rangshar Gorge, not far from where the prints were found. Ward had seen firsthand how Himalayan villagers could navigate snow barefoot, their feet adapted to the cold through a condition known as cold-induced vasodilation. He even recalled seeing a Nepalese Highlander with severely deformed feet that could easily have produced the strange impressions Shipton photographed. Over the years, the legend of the Yeti has persisted, bolstered by Shipton's photographs. Expeditions, including one led by Sir Edmund Hillary, have turned up little more than false leads. For now, the footprints in the snow remain a mystery, somewhere between myth and reality.
The woman who was removed from a Dallas flight after an outburst has now gone viral. Take a look.
That back there is not real. And you can sit on this plane and you can die with them or not.
A photograph posted to Facebook by a mother in Alvin.
May look a little creepy to you, but she finds it comforting. The woman's 7-year-old son, Asher, took the photo. He captured the image out of an airplane window.
Mystery in the sky. We're searching for answers after something shot across the sky this morning.
Holy shit! They're coming for you, Tony.
What's going through your mind when you see this?
I was dumbstruck, I guess you could say. I was in shock.
Dude, have you seen what I see right now?
I'd never seen anything like it before.
Ever looked out of a plane window and wondered what secrets the sky holds? Objects moving at incredible speed or encounters with the otherworldly? Weird light flashing in the
Like, after seeing some of these videos, I don't even know how y'all would want to sit at a window seat when you get on a plane. I wouldn't want to know, fam. That's me. I don't want to know.
clouds. Brace yourself, because we're about to watch clips that'll make you question if we're really alone in this universe. UFO or Dementor? This could either be a UFO trail or a real-life Dementor, but nothing about it looked man-made. Back in 2023, a flight passenger spotted something odd out of their window. A smoky shape was swiftly following the plane. The video caused quite a stir in the online community, with some people even suggesting that it could have been left by the exhaust trail of a UFO. Others were convinced it was a Dementor. What's your take on this? Let me know in the comments. Dark object. On September 13th, a pedestrian in France captured a mysterious object in the sky on their phone camera. The footage is remarkably clear, leaving no doubt about its authenticity. At first glance, it appears to be just a speck in the sky, possibly a bird or a drone. However, as the video zooms in, the object's unusual shape becomes apparent. It's unlike anything we've ever seen before. The object is seen ascending as if flying, but if you pause the clip, you'll notice that the figure bears a striking resemblance to Superman. This raises a compelling question. Is this a genuine extraterrestrial encounter or simply a balloon shaped like the iconic hero? Star Wars UFO. UFO? For real? Okay, here's the deal. A couple of friends in Uganda were driving down a road when they spotted something strange hovering in the distance. It was moving at incredible speed and had an unusual shape, almost like a Star Wars vehicle. Sightings like this make you wonder if those sci-fi scenes are based on more than just fiction. While some people immediately jump to aliens, others suggest that it looked like a giant transformer taking flight. Skeptics claim the video was blurry and possibly manipulated, but I'll let you decide. Giant ascending humanoid. In 2015, a video surfaced online that seemed straight out of a science fiction film. Beside a towering building, a colossal humanoid figure was seen ascending towards the sky, reminiscent of a Marvel superhero. The question was it a human or an alien returning to its UFO above? The source believed it was some kind of human hybrid creature, while skeptics dismissed it as clever editing. Either way, it raised intriguing questions. Was this evidence of Nephilim, extraterrestrials, or something entirely otherworldly? Mysterious UFO encounter. While the humanoid figure is one explanation, the blinking light suggests advanced technology far beyond human capabilities. This raises questions about the true nature of these beings. Is this a glimpse into a future where robots have taken over Earth, or were these UFOs flying at incredible speeds? Some even suggested they were bioengineered super soldiers. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Hanging UFO. The strange object was seen flying incredibly low, just a few feet from the ground. It moved with a carefree indifference, oblivious to the camera recording its every move. But the UFO wasn't alone. The second, barely visible object was trailing behind. Suddenly, the leading UFO emitted a blue pulse, likely a signal to communicate with its companion. This sighting raises countless questions. Could it be an alien spaceship, as Nyson claimed? Or is it a glitch in our simulation? Possibilities are endless, and the footage leaves us pondering the mysteries of the unknown.
Yes, this could definitely be a glitch in our matrix. That's what it could be. Like, I always go back to that as well. At the end of the day, this could all just be a glitch in the matrix. You got I don't even know what this is and what that is trailing behind it, man. Maybe they crunked CERN up. I don't know.
Apocalyptic Light. Long before the 2012 doomsday predictions rocked the world, prophecies of an impending disaster striking Earth have been circulating since at least the 2nd century. And looking at this video, it seems these predictions might be finally coming true. Residents of Cordoba, Argentina were terrified when they witnessed this strange phenomenon in their sky. A massive object descending, accompanied by an eerie flashing light. A spaceship of that size could only mean an alien invasion. But
now, the crazy part about that is if you were inside your home, not looking outside, you'd swear that was just lightning. Swear it was just lightning. So the next time it's thunder and lightning outside and raining, you're going to think about this moment right here and wonder, is that really lightning? Or is something in the sky flashing right now?
But since we haven't seen extraterrestrial beings strolling down our streets, we can only assume it's either a military intervention or a change of plans by our cosmic neighbours. UFO encounters on commercial flights. Looking out the window of a commercial flight, you never know what you might encounter. One passenger spotted a round object flying right beside the plane, matching the classic UFO shape. It drew near, then suddenly shot up into the sky at incredible speed, vanishing without a trace. What was the UFO's motive? Was it trying to sneak into the aircraft, or was it a simple accident? Seems many people have experienced similar events, with UFOs coming dangerously close to airliners. Could there be a hidden connection between the two? This video captured a similar incident. A small black object shot past the plane's window, travelling at a very high speed. While skeptics claimed it was a drone, I can't imagine them flying this high. Real or not, it has fueled conspiracy theories suggesting a secret pact between commercial airlines and aliens. Another passenger was shocked when they saw a UFO up close. The cameraman was the only witness as the object vanished in the instant, as if it had never been there. The guy was convinced it had teleportation controls or simply travelled at blinding speed. While many believe it was a genuine incident, skeptics remain unconvinced, but the sheer clarity of the footage makes it difficult to dismiss. What do you think? Hit me with your best guesses. Airborne figure. Russian locals were equally stunned when they spotted this humanoid figure in the sky, crouched in a squatting position. It slowly inched backward, hovering motionless mid-air before vanishing. The origin and nature of the object remained a mystery, but that didn't discourage speculation. The object's comb-shaped head led many to theorize extraterrestrial origins, while its stationary position convinced skeptics it was a helium balloon. Shape-shifting UFO. Have you seen this? A passenger on a plane captured a sighting that could be anything from a Matrix glitch to an unusual UFO. The bizarre object, a white glowing entity, was seen changing shape mid-air. This unidentified entity has left people around the world unsettled, as no one can understand its meaning. The video has sparked a flurry of theories ranging from strange four-dimensional beings and divine entities to shape-shifting UFOs. Rotating object. This rotating object vaguely reminds me of an octopus. It has these weird tentacle-like structures and moves in an unnatural way. Was this another UFO with an unusual design, or have we stumbled upon an unidentified creature gliding through our atmosphere? It almost seems alive with the way it's turning. This is definitely one for the books, and the scariest thing was how it hung there motionless before suddenly darting off. Strange affair. In January 2024, residents of the UK were stunned by an elongated object appearing in their skies. While the UFO community quickly labelled it alien, skeptics were hesitant to believe. The object's most bizarre feature was its ability to emit powerful flashes of lightning, almost as if it were weaponizing the sky. This unusual behaviour sparked rumours of a clash between government forces and aliens. People even reported feeling a strange energy coming from the object. With no concrete explanation, the incident has left the public fearful. Sky entity. A recent sighting in the Brazilian skies has taken the internet by storm. A dark, motionless object vaguely shaped like an armadillo was spotted floating in the sky. It was as if someone had simply popped a giant shadowy bug up there and left it. Internet users speculated about its...
Oh man, I'd have thought somebody slipped something in my drink. I walk outside and think I see an armadillo in the sky. Oh, somebody put something in my drink. No, ain't no... Yeah. I gotta go back inside after that.
Origin suggesting it could be a creature associated with the end times or even a portal to another dimension. But as time went on, a more chilling theory emerged. Perhaps it wasn't observing us at all. Perhaps it was waiting. Falling from the sky. A mysterious pulsating object hurtling towards the ground sounds like a scene from a movie. Well, it happened right here on our planet and was luckily captured on camera. The object appeared to be a figure with a flapping tail, and its final destination remains unknown. Internet users were divided in their opinions. Some suggested it was an alien escaping a UFO, while others dismissed it as a deflated balloon caught in the wind. Clouds in the sky. Clouds in the sky are quite common, but this ominous-looking one startled onlookers. As they fumbled to record it, something bizarre happened. A small orb of light shot up from the ground into the clouds, dissolving the dark shape completely. This incident has sparked wild speculation. Some believe it was a showdown between the military and aliens, while others think it was a portal or UFO. The celestial omen. Speculating about UFOs and portals is all fun and games until one appears right above you. Who wouldn't freak out seeing something like this? It appeared as if a circular shape had been cut into the sky with blinding light shining from behind, as if a part of the sky was about to fall out. The video stirred up a storm of speculation. Some suggested it was a portal that looked like it had escaped from a physicist's lab, while others believed it was a UFO. If it's an extraterrestrial aircraft, it seems they've finally changed their engineers. Falling from the sky. A couple gazing out their window spotted this extraordinary sight in the sky. Rushing outside, they started filming the brilliant golden light glowing in the far distance, looking like missiles raining down from above. Online users speculated that the otherworldly phenomenon was a UFO going up in flames. However, the unsettling silence surrounding the event hinted at a possible government cover-up. Strange craft. A month back in Chile, this craft was hovering in the sky not too far from the high buildings, making it easy to spot with its bright glowing lights. However, why were they hanging so close to the ground in plain sight? Was it running out of fuel, or did they simply not care about being spotted? Cloud UFO. UFOs are known to take cover behind clouds, but have you ever seen a UFO shaped like a cloud? Well, now's your chance to witness what locals saw in Thailand. A reddish, saucer-shaped cloud formation was seen hovering in the clear night sky, with occasional lights blinking from within. This led people to believe that there was some alien activity going on inside. Residents weren't sure if it was one large extraterrestrial craft or if it was hiding many behind.
It don't even look like a cloud, to be honest with you, bro. Like, look at the clouds behind it. This one just stands out way too much for me.
Behind its thick cover. Strange sky activity. The lights were a mystery. Were they a glitch in the sky, alien activity, or something even more bizarre? The guy who filmed them believed the tiny orbs were UFOs guarding the larger spacecraft, which seemed to be scanning Earth. The smaller beam of light orbiting the larger one caught everyone's attention. The video went viral, with people suggesting stars and alien planets. Unless someone decides to go check it out,
we could be witnessing an abduction right in front of our faces. That's what that could really be, and we don't even know. That's the first thing I thought, though, looking at it. We might be witnessing an abduction.
We'll never know. Smoky UFO. This might be the most inexplicable sighting yet. A black saucer-shaped object accompanied by a plume of smoke was seen moving together as if connected. The internet, with its knack for explaining the inexplicable, couldn't resist speculating. Theories swirled around the bizarre incident, from secret government experiments to extraterrestrial visitors. Green beam scam. Colorado residents were startled awake by strange flashing lights outside. To their shock, a swirling green beam illuminated the night sky. Panic ensued, with locals thinking it was some kind of military activity. But as the situation remained calm, speculation turned to extraterrestrial possibilities. Maybe it was a space object emitting an emergency signal, a plea from a UFO. While its origins remain a mystery, I can't help but be reminded of Green Lantern. Perhaps superheroes aren't so fictional after all. Airborne serpent. Back in 2009, a strange video went viral. A twisted rope-like object resembling a cloud was seen suspended in the clear blue sky. At first, people thought it was a cloud or smoke left by a jet, but that theory was dismissed as the object didn't move, but rotated. So what could it be? Theories ranged from flying sea serpents to UFOs disguised as clouds. To this day, the actual nature of the object remains unknown. Blinking spaceship. A weird light flashing in the clouds. Singapore's early morning sky was lit up by an unusual blinking blue light. The rapid flashing made it seem unnatural. While skeptics attributed it to cloud reflections, locals were convinced the lights were shining through the clouds. Lightning seemed possible, but the synchronized blinking suggested something else was going on. Maybe aliens were celebrating, or perhaps wizards were up to something. Who knows? Modern UFO. The sky in Roswell, New Mexico was graced by a rare sight. A slim object with a dazzling light was hovering in the middle of the sky. As it continued to float, an airliner passed it from above, making the video seem more authentic. Its shape and design didn't suggest human technology, dismissing the skeptics' theory about it being a military drone. Shining ice. If the sky had eyes, this is what it might look like. Two colossal beams of glowing orange light pierced through the clouds as if some celestial being was watching from above. The uploader had no idea what it was, leaving the internet to crack the case. Many theorized a big mothership zipping away to space, while others thought it was just the sunset. The possibilities were endless, but the truth remained hidden within those clouds.
The clouds, those look like opening to two portals, bro. And you don't know which one you go in, what's going to be the outcome, so you're just like flipping a coin. Could you imagine, though? Because one day we may be going through portals to another dimension, to another planet or something like that. Like, I could go down a rabbit hole with portals, bro.
Burning orbs. In 2021, residents of Brazil witnessed 4 brilliantly glowing orbs arranged in a formation in the sky. As the video continued, one orb on the right slowly fell, disappearing from sight. The strange event was seen all over Rio de Janeiro, and the public wanted answers, but they didn't get any. leading them to speculate about government weather experiments or alien involvement. Multi-dimensional portal. Driving down a street in Vancouver, Canada, a group of friends were shocked to see a strange thing in the sky. The only possible explanation was a portal that had opened up, providing a passage for the tiny glowing or black UFO. Whether it was a multi-dimensional realm or the entrance to the future, not much was known, but things were getting interesting. Behind the clouds. A video of a strange object behind the clouds was uploaded in 2023, leading to wild online theories. It appeared to be a UFO hanging around, looking lost. While UFOs are known to be secretive, this one seemed unconcerned, with its light blazing. Residents expressed disbelief and people theorized about its bizarre movements.
Somebody also said this could be cloud seeding or government weather control. You might have caught whatever a drone or whatever thing they're using up there to try and control the weather. So keep that in mind as well.
Giant saucer. This is one of the most recent UFO videos posted just a few months ago. It confirms that they're still hanging around our planet. Seen in Cambodia, this massive saucer-shaped thing appeared in the sky, illuminated by a ring of lights against the dark clouds. It looked like a clip straight out of a movie. While fascinating, there's a sinister vibe to the spaceship. Its motive remains a mystery, but internet users believe it could be a planet hurling towards Earth. Abduction. Whether this was an actual abduction or not, the uploader of the video was convinced something sinister was underway. A typical UFO hovering in the sky was seen shining a beam of light to the ground. Opinions were divided. Some thought the craft was collecting energy from our planet, while skeptics believed it was a natural phenomenon. However, the clear saucer shape rules out that possibility. Prototype UFO. Another aircraft passenger filmed a close encounter with a UFO. This one looked like a new prototype with a sleek design. It raced alongside the plane and came dangerously close before zipping beneath it, showing off its maneuvering skills. While skeptics might nitpick at the video, the light reflecting on its surface made it seem authentic. Portal. Have you seen this? A massive black hole appeared out of nowhere in the sky. It looked scary. A resident spotted this portal-like opening which seemed to be pulling in energy. The glowing object that either escaped from the portal or was being pulled by its force baffled people online. Dancing flares. A video circulating online shows two intensely bright orange orbs engaged in a bizarre aerial chase. The objects darted and moved across the sky with unnatural speed and precision. Their movements were unlike anything seen before. People speculated that they were advanced drones, secret military technology, or something far more extraordinary. If this is a glimpse into the future of aerial technology, you might want to fasten your seatbelts. Alien base. A shocking video shows a colossal triangular object hovering high above the clouds. Its imposing size and shape reminded people of futuristic headquarters seen in sci-fi movies. Theories range from command centers for alien activity on Earth to residents of cloud-dwelling beings. Extraterrestrial ritual. If anything is going in circles, be it humans, animals, or lights in the sky, it often suggests a ritual. A video captured bluish lights marching around in a perfect circle in the sky. People thought it could be anything from extraterrestrial summoning spirits to a celebration of victory or preparation for an attack. Some couldn't figure out if these lights were individual UFOs or part of a single massive one rotating in the sky. Orange orbs. What are these things? In Medellin, Colombia, residents and their family spotted orange orbs floating in the sky. From afar, they were barely visible, but as the camera zoomed in, they looked like small fireballs wearing hats. These objects slowly descended before vanishing without a trace. It seemed like they were intelligent. The way they moved wasn't random. While the family was convinced they were extraterrestrial, some people claimed they were ordinary air lanterns. Charizard Dragon. When this clip hit the internet, Pokemon fans exploded with excitement. It looked like just a real-life Charizard, massive in size. The creature flapped its enormous wings and flew gracefully in the sky. Skeptics called the video a hoax, but fans were sure it was the real deal. Alien visitors. Californian locals got a surprise when they looked up at the foggy night sky. A set of lights emerged from the mist. Initially difficult to identify, the camera zoom revealed a UFO with a design straight out of a movie. It was shaped like a giant disc with pulsating lights around its edges. The extraterrestrial visitors' intentions remained a mystery. Were they here to observe us or something more sinister? Some people even claim to have seen similar objects in other parts of the world, suggesting a larger pattern. Chinese dragon. You've probably seen images of the colourful dragons that are deeply symbolic for the Chinese people. Seeing them on screens or in parades is one thing, but seeing one in real life is another level. Imagine how this guy felt when he witnessed this huge dragon making its way through the clouds. Its graceful movements and shiny black body defied any CGI attempt. Was this sighting real, or could it possibly be a hoax? Who said Superman was the only one who could fly? A shocking video from Zambia showed a humanoid figure casually keeping pace with a commercial airplane. It was clearly either a human or something resembling a human, with arms stretched out and legs extended. This mysterious being effortlessly matched the aircraft's speed, but that wasn't all. In the blink of an eye, it disappeared into the sky. Was it a highly advanced jetpack or something far more extreme? Whatever the explanation, this video has left scientists and enthusiasts wondering if we've just witnessed a glimpse of the future or a peek into another dimension.